Hello, everybody. Andrea Carvin here. Hi, all you high achievers out there. Welcome to Inner Sparks Rehab Gym and Spa, where healing is anything but average. This week, we're talking about tendinitis and tendons and acute tendon injuries. Nothing here is meant to be instead of a doctor's advice. These are ideas and tips that you can do to enhance your body's natural ability to heal. So again, if you feel like you need to be speaking to a doctor, please go in and get yourself help. Today, I wanted to talk about ice because in the PRICE protocol where we look at protection and rest, which we talked about on Monday and Tuesday, Wednesday, today is ice. And all ice is not created equal. Because when we're icing, the goal is to increase the blood flow to the area and then send that extra fluid back into the capillaries and get rid of the fluid from the area and get motion going. So ice will help reduce swelling. However, if ice is really uncomfortable and we're still in a pain, like feeling a lot of pain from the ice, or if the icing increases our sense of pain, we're not necessarily going to get that result. So one of the things that I recommend, first off, if you have a child at home, get yourself an ouch mouse. And an ouch mouse is something you can find online, or I think I found mine at Target or things like that. It's a fuzzy little thing like this sock with an animal on it. You can even get a sock with an animal on it and stick an ice pack in it. It's great for little kids because it's soft and it's cool and there's comfort to that. And that comfort decreases your stress hormones. And that's what we're looking at when we're starting to ice. So we can start with a solid block like this that may be stuck in the freezer and put it on top of our sore wrist or our sore thing. But honestly, it's hard to balance. And a sore block, like a block like this, like when I broke my wrist once, keeping this on just made it worse and burning. And they kept saying, keep it on, keep it on, keep it on. So we need to find easier ways. Okay, I remember as a kid, it was like, keep it on. I was like, no, this hurts. So one thing I recommend is finding things that are gentle and icing. A bag of peas, a bag of corn is great to keep in the freezer for icing. And it molds to particularly the joint, because usually where do you hurt yourself? You don't tend to hurt yourself along the long bones, you tend to hurt yourself along the joint. So molding things to the joint can help relax that area. And another trick that I like to do is you can put 2 layers of socks and a pack on, and that can hold the ice over the joint. You can even have the tip cut off so you could roll it up on your knee and use a sock like that with 2 layers and then just stick an ice pack in there. And again, some of the benefits of using things like this can be that you create a softness that decreases threat, because our skin is giving our brain just as much feedback as the joint is that's saying it's swollen. So putting something soft with the cold will give your brain a feedback loop that says, oh, you're really taking care of this. We've even used this, my daughter-in-law made this suggestion, when our dog needed some ice, we just kind of cut the tip off of this and then pulled the old socks. So you know all those socks that get lost in like sock heaven, and then you only have one sock? And then you're like, how does this happen? I have sock stress that's unbelievable. Like, I don't know where all these single socks go. Well, now you have a purpose for them. You can save them and then use them when you have these injuries and layer it and then put your ice on. Another thing you can try, you can get these, again, these packs from your local Walgreens or CVS or whatever drugstore you have, and they tend to, they're chemically based. You follow them, you shake them, and they, again, they mold a little bit more to the joint and the space. So that's what we're looking for. The other thing is that when you are putting on ice, 20 minutes has been shown in the research is the right amount of time to allow the effect of the icing to work. So we don't want to leave ice on constantly because, again, then we can be working against ourselves. So we often recommend in the rehab world 20 minutes on, 20 minutes off, and to alternate that. And that's, again, tending to be in the first 72 hours. When we start to talk about chronic things, then it's a whole other set of dynamics. So for this purpose and treating like an acute tendinitis that you feel doesn't need a doctor's eye, these are some suggestions of things you can do at home. So get yourself a fuzzy sock that is lonesome in your dryer and use it with your old frozen peas or corn and wrap it around and soothe that joint so you can feel better. Tomorrow we'll be talking about compression and what that means and what that looks like on a joint, and again, what the impact is on tendinitis. So please send me your questions, comments, thoughts, if some of this stuff you've tried and you find it helpful, or if you have anything else that your family does besides ouch socks and ouch peas and ouch mouses. We'd love to hear them and start sharing. So have a great day, everybody, and till next time, be well, take good care.